Hello everyone, myself Shanawaz. I welcome you once again to my biology class. Students, in the last class we have completed all the basis of classifications along with introduction of animal kingdom. So in today's video we will start with the next part, that is lower invertebrates. It means we are going to study about phylums. Okay. So in animal kingdom basically what the animals are being divided into mainly two important groups, that is invertebrates and vertebrates, okay, non-chordates and chordates. So we will study about the lower non-chordates. In that some of the number of animals will come. Basically what happens here, all the animals which are being grouped under in a specific groups called as what here, phylums. So basically all the animals are being divided into 11 phylums. 11 phylums are there. Those 11 phylums are Phylum Porifera, Phylum Coelenterata, Phylum Ctenophora, Phylum Platyhelminthes, Phylum Aschelminthes, Phylum Annelida, Phylum Arthropoda, Phylum Mollusca, Phylum Echinodermata, Phylum Hemichordata and Phylum Chordata. So in this way what there are totally 11 phylums we are going to study. Okay. In that today I am going to explain about one of the phylum, that is called as what, Phylum Porifera. So what actually this Phylum Porifera included, what type of animals you are going to see, what are their important characters and why do they are grouped under in a Phylum Porifera, that we have to understand, students, here. Okay, so mainly we will study about some introductory part regarding about the Phylum Porifera. Yes, L indicates what here, Latin word. It means the porifera is it is extracted from the Latin word porus. Porus means what here, pore. Pore means normally we call it as what, holes, which has holes. Ferre, ferre means what here, to bear. So in generally we can say the animals which are pore bearer are considered as what, porifera. So porifera are even also called as what here, pore bearer. Animals are included under Phylum Porifera, students. Okay. Now there are about 10,000 species are going to be present on the earth. Normally what all the poriferans, whatever we see on the earth, there are about 10,000 different species of porifera we can see on the earth. Parazoology, you can get the word here, parazoology. It is nothing but the study of porifera, or you can say study of sponges. Why I used here sponges the word? Because porifera even commonly called, in generally they are also called as what, sponges, because they look like sponge. That's what they are also considered as what, sponges. So we can say the study of sponges or the study of porifera is called as what here, parazoology we can say. Okay. So the scientist Robert Grant, he is the scientist who coined the term porifera. The word porifera was coined by the scientist Robert Grant, students. So in this way these are the some introductory part regarding about the Phylum Porifera. Let's go for its general characteristics, what exactly it is going to show its important characters. They are commonly called as sponges. As I already said you that they are commonly called as sponges because they look like a sponge. That's what they are called as what, sponges. All the sponges are aquatic. Moreover, aquatic indicates what here, students? They are basically live inside the water. Throughout their life they are going to live inside the water. Mostly marine. Marine indicates what, students, here? Ocean water, sea water. Okay, salty water, what you can say, mostly. So most of the porifera are salty in nature, means they are going to be present in the salt water, marine water, and some of them are even fresh water. Fresh water indicates what, like what, ponds, lakes, rivers, other than salt water, other than ocean water, other than sea water. The remaining water bodies are considered as what here, fresh water bodies. So some of them are marine and even some of them are what you can say here, freshwater living organisms. Sponges are sedentary. Students, the word biological words are there, technical biological words which are very much important. You must remember these are the biotechnical words that you should remember. Sedentary. Sedentary means what? Non-movable. They can't move from one place to another place. Sedentary means attached. Even sedentary is also called as, the another word we use for this is sessile. Sessile. Sessile is also nothing but sedentary, non-movable. They will be stick to one of the place. So these sponges are going to be attached to any of the substratum present in the aquatic water. Okay. Solitary. Solitary in the sense what? Students, basically they live what? Single. So single living individual, single, they can survive only alone. They want to be prefer alone. Okay. Some of them are colonial. Colonial means what? Makes their own groups here. So they are going to prefer to live in a group. Their own members of their make a specific group and they are going to survive in that place. So some of them are single living, solitary, and some of them are group living, colonial we can say. So they all are multicellular organisms, means they are made up of more than one cell. Multicellular indicates what here? More than one cell, and their body organization is cellular level of organization, as we were studied. The basis of classification, the levels of organization we have studied, the first point, where the sponge's body is made up of some number of cells. It is multicellular. Though it is multicellular, it is not going to form a tissue grade of organization. It is going to show what here? Cellular level of organization, because the body is made up of some number of cells and the body functions are going to be controlled by those number of cells, students. Basically the body wall is outer. See, outer body wall is called as what? Pinacoderm, and inner body wall is called as what here? Coanacoderm. So pinacoderm, coanacoderms are what here? See, just I will draw a simple diagram here, students. As the body of sponges is made up of externally some number of cells here. These are the number of cells, students, here. Okay. So these number of cells are basically considered as, these are called as pinacoderm. Pinacoderm means they are basically an outermost layer. Outermost layer is considered as what here? Pinacoderm, and some of the cells which are going to be present internally like this. Internally there are some cells are there. So these internal cells are called as what? These are called as what? Coanacoderm. Coanacoderm means pinacoderm is an outermost layer, ectoderm, and coanacoderm is the innermost layer, endoderm. Means it is going to be considered as, one way if you want to say, it is a diploblastic. Outer layer is called as pinacoderm and innermost layer is called as what here? Coanacoderm, students, here. So in between this pinacoderm and coanacoderm, there is a non-cellular jelly-like substance, mesenchyme is there. This is going to be one of the substance, fluid-like substance, or one of the material which is going to be present in between these two layers, that is in the pinacoderm and coanacoderm layers. Okay, so this is what. So pinacoderm is considered as an ectoderm and coanacoderm is considered as one endoderm, students. These are the two important layers which are being covered to the sponges. Very important thing is what? Body cavity is spongiocele. So in between this, what, there is a little bit space is there. This space is considered as what here? Spongiocele. Spongiocele means what? Cele means cavity. Sponges means sponges have cavity are called as spongiocele we will call. Sponges shows many mouthlets. Students, here there is a very important word here, mouthlet. Mouthlet means what? Openings. There is a many mouthlets. Many mouthlets means there are minute pores present on the body surface of this sponges, students. Many pores are there. So many pores are called as what? These are mainly going to be considered as ostia. Ostia. So ostia are the many mouthlets and one exit. One exit is nothing but it is a osculum. Osculum. So one wide opening is going to come, student, here, that one wide opening is called as osculum, and many mouthlets, many openings on the body surface are called as what here? Ostia. Students, when you see the name Porifera, pore bearer, its body is completely surrounded by many number of pores, openings. So those openings or pores are called as what here? Ostia, many. And only one wide opening is there, that one wide opening is called as what here? Osculum we can consider. Okay. Now, there is a special characteristics of these group of animals is presence of collar cells. There are some collar cells are present, students. As we have discussed here, coanacoderm. What is coanacoderm? It is the innermost layer of the sponges. Innermost layer of the sponges is also considered as what? It is made up of, innermost layer of sponges is made up of coanacocytes. Coanacocytes. Coanacocytes are also called as what here? Collar cells we call. So which are going to like collars? They have a collars like structure, students, like this. Collar like structure. And these collar like structures have what here? Flagella. So these are the flagella. So these are the flagella. So it looks like this, students, here. I will draw the diagram here. It looks like this. Okay. Okay, like this. Okay, there is a collar. So there is a collar like structure is going to be seen in the group of these animals. So sponges have a specialized cells called as what? Collar cells in a coanacoderm layer. These collar cells are mainly going to help in what? What is their use? They mainly helps in what? Digestion, students. Means these collar cells are going to act as a digestive system inside the what you call sponges. So mainly these what you call sponges are going to eat some of the bacteria present in the water, some of the protozoans, and even some of the planktons also being eaten by these sponges. So food of the sponges is what here? Some small bacteria, protozoans, and as well as some of the planktons. So whenever the food they are going to take, these collar cells helps in the digestion. That's what we can say digestion is intracellular. What exactly the meaning of intracellular? Intracellular indicates what here? Inside the cell. If the digestion is taking place inside the cell, then it is obviously called as what here? Intracellular, students. Okay. So one more special characteristics of this group of animals means Porifera are going to show sponges have a canal system. Very important, students, here, canal system. What exactly this canal system mean? Okay, as we know that sponges have many pores on the body surface, is it? Those many pores we have said what here, students? Ostia. And only one wide opening upside, that is called as what here? Osculum. Students, when the water enters through the many pores ostia, after that water will exit through the only one wide opening called as what here? Osculum. So it will enter through the ostia, exit through the osculum. So many pores will receive the water, only one pore will exit the water. Can you understand here? So that is what we call. So the water enters through the ostia, exits through the osculum. So this way water enters and exits called as what? Canal system we can say. Okay. So what is the use of this canal system basically? Okay. So this canal system is going to help in what? Digestion, respiration, as well as the reproduction. Digestion in the sense what? See, whatever the sponges wants to eat the food, obviously they are sedentary, they are sessile, they cannot move from one place to another place, they are being attached to any of the substratum. What happens? The water consists of many number of microbes, like what here? Bacteria, protozoans, planktons. Everything through the water, they are present inside the water, and that water when enter the sponges through the ostia. Through the ostia, when the water enters, water will bring those all the nutrients, necessary nutrients it will bring. Along with the necessary nutrients, it also brings what here? Oxygen, which is present inside the water. So when it enters into the sponges through the ostia, where the collar cells will receive the all this food, bacteria, protozoans, all these things, planktons, everything they will receive and they will get digested. And after usage of the oxygen, obviously they are going to produce what? Carbon dioxide along with some of the nitrogenous wastes, and that carbon dioxide and nitrogenous waste will exit through the osculum, through the one wide opening osculum it will exit. So entry is from one side, exit is from another side. That's reason it is considered as what here? Canal system. And even reproduction, how it is? The whatever gamete transfer is going to be there, it also happens through this canal system itself. So the gametes will enter the ostia with the help of water, and through the osculum its gametes are going to be transferred to the another sponges. So in this way, what? Transfer of gametes may also occur through the canal system only. That's what it is very important for the sponges, and it is very peculiar to the sponges. Peculiar means what? It is only applicable in the sponges, not in any other group of animals, students. Now, body is supported by skeleton made up of spicules and spongin fibers. Spicules or spongin fibers. Okay. So basically what you can say, they are going to be considered as what? Endoskeleton. Okay. So basically their internal skeleton, which is going to be made up of spicules, and this spicules is going to be come in the mesenchyme, students. There is an outer layer called as what? Pinacoderm, innermost layer is called as what? Coanacoderm, middle is mesenchyma. In mesenchyma there are spicules or spongin fibers are present. These spicules may be made up of calcium carbonates, we can say calcareous spicules, or they may be made up of silicon spicules also we can say. Silicon spicules also we can say. Calcium calcium carbonate spicules also may be present. So it means these spicules or spongin fibers are made up of calcium carbonate, or they may be made up of silicon. Okay. Now, sponges are hermaphrodite. Hermaphrodite, very important word, students here. Hermaphrodite is nothing but bisexual. Bisexual means what? Both the sexes are present in the same individual. The same porifera consists of what you call male gamete also as well as female gamete also. Both the gametes are present in the same individual. That's what they are called as what? Hermaphrodite, or they may be also called as what here? Bisexual, or even they are also considered as what? Monoecious. That is what different word. So reproduction is bisexually as well as asexually. Basically being bisexual, sometimes it may do by transfer of gametes. By the transfer of gametes, it may show the reproduction by sexual method, and sometimes being one individual by fragmentation, spore formation, okay, regeneration, even through the different type of asexual process of reproduction, even it may also reproduce asexually. It means both type of reproduction it is going to show, that is sexual and asexual. Fertilization is internal, where the fusion of male and female gamete is taking place inside the body, students. So internal fertilization means what? The fertilization, fusion of male and female gamete occur inside the body. That's reason they are considered as what? Internal fertilization we can say, students. Okay. So now the best examples of these porifera are Euplectella, Spongilla, Sycon, Euspongia. These are the some best examples for the phylum Porifera, students. Phylum Porifera. Okay. As these are the important characteristics of this phylum Porifera, students. Now apart from this, some special characteristics of this phylum Porifera are, I am just going to mention here. As these animals are sedentary, non-movable, cannot move from one place to another place, but the larvae of sponges are motile. The larvae of sponges are motile, so that they can be replaced, otherwise they can't. Understood? So larvae of sponges are considered going to be motile. Motile means moving from one place to another place. It means they are going to show indirect development. Indirect development. Indirect development means what? They are going to produce the larvae. Okay, the individual whenever it reproduces, first of all it will give birth to the larva. So larva undergo changes, it will become what? it will become what? Adult. So such type of reproduction is called as what? Indirect development we call, students. So this is what the some of the important characteristics of Porifera. I hope you all understood each and every character of this phylum Porifera. If you get any kind of doubt regarding about any of the character here, you can comment me in the comment box about any of the point if you don't understand. Okay. So thank you one and all.